Hello there. Welcome to the vlog for the week. Welcome from me and my coffee pot. The timing always seems to, or a lot of the times works out with the coffee pot still going. First off, if you watched the vlog last week and saw where my cat scratched my foot, like in the middle of the night, I think he was dreaming, because he like kicked out and it caught my foot with his back legs, and he didn't like leave the bed or anything. It's like it's not like he did something out of anger and took off. He was still sleeping, but it was kind of not a fun scratch. I had like 2 scratches and they bled and all the fun stuff. My foot's fine. I even went to the gym yesterday and walked 3 miles and it wasn't hurting or anything. I've been keeping it clean, keeping a Band-Aid on because it's on my foot, and it's fine. So yay. And then also, if you've followed along for a while and you know I'm having a thyroid issue, and I've been waiting for an endocrinologist to call, and I'm getting a referral from my doctor's office. They called yesterday and she said that they must have had like a cancellation, because she's like, I have an appointment on Wednesday, or we're several weeks in advance, like booked up or whatever. So I was like, I'll take the Wednesday. And so I'm just gonna work from home on Wednesday so that we're closer, go to that and see what comes of that. It's my first visit and everything, so who knows. But can't think of anything else. I'm just gonna get all my stuff together, get headed out the door, hope for a good day. Things have been a little stressful at work. I'm just living through it. Hey guys, so today's Wednesday. I am working from home because I say we because Brian took me, went to the endocrinologist this morning, and I feel a lot better after going to the endocrinologist about my thyroid. So in case you didn't see the prior vlogs, I went for my annual physical in January, and some of the blood work came back where my thyroid levels were out of the normal range, and so was my blood calcium was high. And had a lot of issues with my primary care doctor, and I talked all about that in a couple of vlogs ago, I think, so I won't rehash it. But basically I got referred to the endocrinologist. That, I don't know why that word's hard for me, but it is. And so Brian was there with me and everything. The doctor was so nice and so knowledgeable and explained things. And then the other thing, my doctor's office is really getting on my nerves. They did send him like a list of my medications. They sent him my lab results. But they didn't send him the ultrasound information, because I had an ultrasound on my thyroid and there's spots on my thyroid. And so he was going to get that. And then also he did, oh my gosh, they took 6 vials of blood to do some other tests. He's testing me for several things. He said the numbers, the way they are right now, they're not like high enough to where I would need medication. But the fact that I have some growths on my thyroid and the calcium levels are high, he thinks it might be, he called it something. He actually like got out paper and he was drawing pictures for Brian and I, like of the thyroid and and he was explaining how the thyroid and the pituitary gland like talk to each other and how all that works and everything, and some of the other thyroid levels that my primary care physician didn't have like on the blood work. He's checking for those because he's going to check for Graves' disease, which he doesn't really think it is, but he wants to check just in case. hyperthyroidism. And then there was another one that has to do with the calcium and the stuff. And he said there are, I forgot what he called them, but you have 4 of them on your thyroid. And if one of them goes out of whack, that's what could cause the high calcium in the blood. But they can screen for that. And if that's the case, then you have to have a surgery, because you got to get it taken out. Not your thyroid, but whatever thing. I wish I could remember. And Brian was like, oh, well, are you still okay if you have one taken out? And he's like, yeah. He goes, you got 4 of them and you only need one. So, but after the blood work and whatever comes out of that will be with whatever the next steps and tests and stuff are. And he said probably be about a week before those results came back. And so it was much more than that. It was a pretty long visit. He was very detailed. He listened to all our questions. He asked me a ton of questions about like symptoms and other things that I was going through. He like felt the thyroid, was looking at my hands, and because I get these shakes every once in a while. You know what it's like when you have too much caffeine and so you kind of shake a little bit? That happens to me from time to time. He thinks that's probably related too, because Brian and I we cut out like caffeine, like in our coffee and stuff. I don't drink soda very often. And if I do, it's usually a root beer or a cream soda, which doesn't have caffeine. And the reason I cut out caffeine was a whole nother thing, is I have cystic breast tissue, TMI possibly, too much information. But anyway, a couple of years ago, I had to have a lumpectomy because of a tumor that I got. And it was like adenomyoepithelioma. It's kind of like a rare kind of a tumor that you have to get taken out. It wasn't cancerous at the time they took it out. So now I just have 2 different sized boobs. Whatever. The only person that ever sees them is me. Brian, I'm a doctor. So, where was I going? Oh, but anyway, so since I have the cystic breast tissue and caffeine can really aggravate that, cause a lot of cysts and stuff, I cut out the caffeine because if I get another lump, like right now I have no lumps, but I want to know if I get a lump, to check it out. Well, when I have a lot of caffeine, I get a lot of lumps, and so it's hard to know what's good, what's bad. That one I knew because it grew so fast. That's also in a vlogs from a couple of years ago, but all's good. So anyway, I those shakes aren't from like caffeine, so I just figured that it was stress or who knows what, but that might be related to that too. And just so happened today I was having that a little bit there. So, but anyway, I feel so much better after going to see him, and I really, really liked him so much. So as of right now, with the levels, I don't need medication, which is nice. But I could potentially need surgery. That have no idea yet. Those numbers he needs to do the blood work and all of that kind of stuff. And even the phlebotomist, like the lab that took the blood work, they were so nice in there. Just everybody was so nice, and you didn't feel rushed at all. And I just loved that. And Brian even had a lot of questions, and he was asking questions, and it was just a really good experience. Now my only concern is the building I work in. For some reason, I don't know, the area I'm in, you don't get cell service in there. And so if he calls me back and it's not a day that I'm working from home, I'm going to have to play phone tag, because if he calls my cell phone and I'm in the office, I'm not going to be able to. I think probably it's weird. The bathroom in the building I'm in is way far away from like where my desk is. So you get a lot of steps when you go to the bathroom, but you can get a signal in there. So I'm going to try to remember next week to just always have my cell phone with me, because if I go to the bathroom, possibly I could see that I had a voicemail or something, and then I can call back, and it's just the weird things. I don't know why. Nobody in the suite I'm in, nobody can get a cell signal. I can get a text if it's coming from an Apple phone, because I can get an online. I can get like I can get the internet on my phone in there, and so Apple texts work, but he's not going to be texting. And then, so next week, I'm going to be going into the office on Monday, because we're going to go to the lake Thursday after work. Just got an instant message at work. Brian's mom and stepdad, they're going to go to the condo this Thursday, and then we'll go next weekend. We were going to go this weekend, but they weren't able to go on Valentine's Day. They wanted to go then, but something came up and they couldn't go. So then she had told Brian, oh, we were thinking maybe we'll go to the condo, this weekend. And Brian was like, oh, we were planning on going, but let me talk to Angie. And he asked me, would I mind going a week later? I'm like, no, I want him to, go to the condo. For one, we want him to see the new coffee table and end tables and dining room table that we bought. We didn't tell him. We want him to be surprised to see it. It's going to be hilarious if they don't even notice. There's no way they're not going to notice. But, and they haven't been there in a long time. I mean, gosh, I don't think they've gone since, I know it was last year. I don't even know if they went in the fall. I don't even remember when they went. I know they were planning on going to the condo for Thanksgiving, just the two of them, but they didn't end up doing that either. So I don't even really know when the last time they went was. But because we let them, they're the only people that, no, like if my son wanted to take his girlfriend to the condo, we would let him. But yeah, anyway, I'm getting off on a tangent. I just back to the endocrinologist. I feel so much better. Even if it ends up that I'm going to need a surgery, I'm fine with that, because it's like a common thing. I would much rather it be the thing that needs the surgery than like a Graves' disease or something like that, because that's a lot more to deal with, he was saying. So, and I don't have any like symptoms of that and stuff. So yeah, now I feel good. So I'll be driving down to the building Thursday and Friday, since I need to be in the office 3 days a week, unless something comes up, like if you're sick or whatever. But for the most part, the general rule is you go into the office 3 days a week. You can work from home 2 days a week. So this week it's going to be Monday and Wednesday that I work from home. Normally it's Monday and Friday. And I do that because on the weekends we go to the lake. We usually leave Thursday after work, and then we come back Monday after work. So I work from the lake on Friday and Monday. So we're also, when we go to part of the reason we're going to the lake next weekend is we want to order some new patio furniture. And I'll take you along for that ride too. And trying to think if I told you guys, I think in the last vlog, Saturday we're going to go to a Titanic exhibit that's down at Union Station in Kansas City. I don't know if you can film in there. I might do some if it's allowed. It just kind of depends, because I feel kind of, the Titanic was a tragedy, and so I feel kind of slimy if I'm like, oh, look, we're looking at this, and I'm, but some things probably would just be really cool. Like when they show, they're supposed to be like reproductions of like the rooms and things like that. Maybe I could film stuff like that. I'll just have to see. But if it's like, you know, things from people that passed away and stuff. I want to be more respectful than that. But like we went to the Auschwitz thing that they had there a couple of years ago at Union Station. And that, one, they said no filming. Two, I would have never filmed in there. That to me would have been highly disrespectful. That was such a solemn, just, it was extremely like educational and interesting and everything, but highly depressing and so sad. You know, it's just, if you have that come to your city or whatever, I would highly recommend going to that. But it was really super sad. But the Titanic one, I don't know. We'll see. I want to do at least a little bit of vlogging in there, but like I said, hopefully they don't say you can't. If they say you can't, I'm not going to sneak and try to do stuff. But when I ordered the tickets, I didn't see anything that said no, like cameras or anything, where when I got the tickets for Auschwitz, it did say that, you know. So, but yeah, like I said, if they have like the reproductions, the cool things, like, you know, what the Titanic looked like, stuff like that. But I just don't want to be disrespectful. I'm sure you get what I'm talking about. But anyway, I've been gabbing for almost 15 minutes. Need to get back to work. I've been having some emails come in and stuff. But I'm feeling really great after the endocrinologist appointment. So, yay. Hey guys, so I got a Shein order that I figured I would share with you. I'm not doing separate hauls. Like, I used to do like a bunch of Temu hauls and, you know, put the prices and all that kind of stuff. And you just get too many people commenting. Most of the comments were nice, but you know what? I'm just too old for that shit. I don't want to deal with the rude people and the rude comments. So I'm just going to share with you guys who watch my vlogs. So I will tell you, when it comes to Temu, whatever, I've deleted their app off of my phone. I tried to order from them another time. Again, the order got lost. And it's just like, I'm just done with them. But Shein so far seems to be okay. I mean, I just made this order like a week ago and I already got it. So I figured I'd show you what I got. You know how they do targeted ads like on Instagram and Facebook, and I keep getting shown like these swimsuits from like Bloom Chic, and I don't remember, there's some other brands, but they're like these one-piece swimsuits and they come with a skirt that's like a sheer skirt. So like when we're at the lake and go to the restaurants where you go in and eat, a lot of people are wearing their swimsuits with cover-ups and stuff, and or you have to like, I don't know. Anyway, I thought these would be cool for restaurants like that, where I would feel like I'm covered up and, you know, unless we go in a pool. So I ordered a few swimsuits like that because they're so much cheaper on Shein. So I figured I'd share with you guys. I didn't go looking at the prices and all that stuff, so I'm sorry. If you want to know, if you really seriously do want to know, put a comment and then I can look at my order. So, okay, so this first one is a two-piece. Oh, this is so pretty. So here's the top. These are such good quality. To me, these are every bit as good of a quality as what you would go in Target or Walmart or any of those stores. So I'll wear a bikini if it's a high waist, like goes above your belly button. So this is the top. And it's got this little band. I love these colors. So that's the top. And then here are the bottoms. See how tall they look? Because they'll go up high. I love this print. This one looks like it's going to be kind of like high up on the legs. We'll see. And then it comes with this skirt. And it's sheer, but you know, even though it's sheer, it still will like hide the cellulite or the lumpy bumpies or whatever, and you'll still feel like covered up. And it's long, and this one doesn't have a slit or anything. But I love the flowers and like the parrot. Oh, this is so pretty. This is even better quality than what I was expecting. That's awesome. So that's the first one. Then this, I think all the rest, I think I only ordered one 2-piece if I remember correctly. So look at this one. It's a 1-piece. Polka dots. This is so cute. I love polka dots. And look, see how it's like got the cinching? So it like, this one's supposed to have like tummy control and stuff. Kind of hide the tummy a little bit. And then the skirt, oh my goodness, this one is tiered and it's got tie. Oh look, this one does have a slit. I swear I saw a tie. I'm full of it. Ignore me. I just saw a slit. But see how this one's tiered? Has like ruffles. Oh, that's so cute. These are nice. 2 more. They come in like these little bags like this. Oh gosh, this one I kept contemplating because I didn't know if I was gonna like the print, but I do. So this one, it ties up at the top. Oh my gosh, this one's so cute. Love the flowers. I am my grandma's granddaughter for sure. My grandma, my mom's mom, loved flowers, and so do I. Brian teased me about it one time before because I was buying so many things with flowers that I kind of slowed down. And then here's the skirt. This one does not have a slit in it. And they're, oh my gosh, this is going to be so pretty with the bathing suit. We go to like, there's places like Coconuts and Frankie and Louie's and different places that I thought for a minute there I forgot to hit record. And then the last one is more plain, you know, black with just like, that's the design on it. See, look how thick even the straps are. These are nice swimsuits. And you know what? I'm gonna, after I'm done showing you, I am gonna look at my Shein thing and kind of tell you the prices because there's only 4 of them. But so there's that one. And then the skirt. Oh no, this one, I remember now. It's not a skirt, it's pants. That's why I ordered this one. See, it's pants. With the design. I thought that would look so fashionable. And the bottom of the pants look like that. Oh, these are cool. Okay, so let me look at the prices real quick and then I'll tell you. Okay, I looked the price up. This one that came with the pants was $17.99. The first one I showed you that was the 2-piece was $21.04. This beautiful pink, the flower one with the ties at the top was $22.57. And the polka dot one with the polka dot skirt was $21.52, which to me is a bargain for a swimsuit and a cover-up. I'm so happy with these. So yeah, I figured I would share my Shein haul with you. And yeah, you know what? It's been a pretty darn good Wednesday. Hello there. Today's Thursday. As usual, me and my coffee pot. Just getting my stuff together to get headed out the door. And I thought I had something I was going to say, and I completely forgot what it was. Oh well. Hopefully I'll think of it later. But anyway, just gonna pack up my stuff, get headed out the door. And I keep hoping for a good day. They keep being stressful, but not hugely stressful, but stressful. Like last night, in the middle of the night, I woke up and I was awake for like an hour and a half thinking of work. So I'd rather not have that. But you know what? I have a job. I'm overall very happy, and that's what counts, right? I'm thankful to have a job. Hello there. Today's Friday. I'm not working from home today because since I worked from home on Monday, because normally I work from home Mondays and Fridays, but then I ended up having that doctor appointment on Wednesday, so I worked from home Wednesday, so I'm driving down to the building today, but it's Friday. The weather's supposed to be in the 60s again today, and then it's supposed to go back to feeling like winter, but it's fooling the trees and the plants and stuff. We have some flowers trying to come up in the front. I noticed one of our trees has buds all over it, so that happens sometimes. And then we've gotten freezes before, but then the things still come back. But yeah, it's like everything's confused because it's been so unseasonably warm, which I'm not going to complain about. But anyway, just doing my normal morning stuff. Need to get headed out the door and hope for a good day.
How tall is that ceiling? It's got to be 60, 70 feet in the air.
We're inside Union Station in Kansas City.
It's like we're walking on board now.
They make it look like you're boarding the ship. There's water.
Okay, come on. I go by Leo. That's how you get out. Emergency.
Look, Brian, it's like the cabin doors, you know, with the numbers on them and everything. We noticed when we came in here, it got cold.
They have the air cranked down so you kind of immerse in the experience.
They encourage filming and pictures and stuff.
Most icebergs are not the first to hit, and many others.
This part of the display tells the story of the forming of the iceberg, which actually happened around the same time as the very first piece of the ship being built. Man, that would be a brutal job. They went through 600 tons of coal a day. Man, those poor workers. That's one of the exercise bikes, like what they
Looks
had
like a
in the
torture
gym.
device.
You know what's funny though is look how much bigger the seat is than like today. The seats looked more comfortable at least. They're showing how the water was coming in, like this is a flooded radio room. Now the display, it's like you're in the ship and it's listing and water's coming in.
This is kind of,
Feels a little bit like a fun house.
I know it does. What's
Oh
coming
my
in here?
God, those poor people.
Fill it up.
just got done at the Titanic exhibit. It was really very interesting. It was so sad though. But they didn't have a problem with you recording, taking pictures, all that. So I was able to share with you guys. Ooh, speed bump. We're leaving the parking garage now. We're gonna go somewhere closer to home to eat. Sun is setting, that's why I'm orange all of a sudden. But it was definitely a very good exhibit. Hey guys, so it is Sunday evening. It's been a cold, rainy day all day, so I've just done laundry, did a little bit of house cleaning, washed some grapes. I've been playing my video game. Nothing like really, just pretty relaxing day. But I figured I'd go ahead and wrap the vlog up. I did want to tell you also at the Titanic exhibit, like when you first get ready to go on the part where it's kind of like you're boarding the ship, there you pick a card and it's like a person, and the card tells you about the person. And it's like a real passenger from the Titanic, and you don't know until the end whether or not you survived, because you find your name, because the big glass area that I showed you guys that showed like first class, second class, third class, the crew and everything, that tells you who lived and who didn't, and it's in alphabetical order. So my person that I picked, she lived. She was in first class. She was 40. She was like oh, be quiet, the cat. I have the door shut. It's like if the door's shut, he feels like he has to be in there. Brian's person did not live. But it was very sobering. It was very interesting and really, neat to see the different artifacts and things, but it was very sobering. So, but I'm really glad we went. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap the vlog up because I want to go make some dinner, and then Brian was working on taxes all day long, and now he's done, so spend some time with him. And yeah, so anyway, thank you so much for joining me this week, and I hope you come back next week. Bye.